How do you like it? Did you like what you have?
Hmm?
Do you like what you have?
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Greg special. That's what he calls it.
For real?
Special. Yeah, he was like,
You're not a special person.
He said I did another Greg special to somebody, and I was like, look at you being great.
I'm a very special individual, and I like to be treated as such.
Me too. Obviously, I don't get treated as such.
I wanted to sing a song, but I don't have a song.
Good job.
It's alright. Yo, I need something to put this in.
Greg, do you want like this?
No,
it's chicken.
Not eating fast food at all. You gotta hurry up before it goes out. So I'm not going back to the stove. Hey, yo, Mr. Rent Money. Drop a beat, son. Oh, I need a beat for banter.
It's on.
For real?
It is. It's just
you hear it?
Mm-hmm. I hear the...
Oh, snap. I don't hear it. Ah, there it is. Okay. I got something special cooked up for banter today, y'all. Yo. I got something special cooked up, a little something special. I actually took the time this week to think about banter. So, today's... Oh, banter! Sorry, I got started off correctly. For banter, here we go. I'm going to give you 3 people, and you got to ask them one question. Any question you want. If you was to meet these 3 people, what would be the question you ask? Y'all ready? Ready? All right. First person, Kevin Durant.
Oh, like you're not giving us all the people. Like you want to say.
Yeah. If you met Kevin Durant, what would be? You could ask him one question. What would it be?
Yeah. Okay, you go first, Greg.
Do you get haircuts? That would be my only question, because that joke be looking crazy. You got too much money to be walking around looking like that.
Okay, I would ask Kevin Durant, what is one memory from your childhood that echoes into your illustrious adulthood, where you have all of these accolades and accomplishments?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Gigi?
Okay. This will probably not be one of his most favorite questions, but it would be like a 2-parter. Because the person that I probably want to talk to is not here, so I'd ask him what would be his most memorable moment with Kobe and what he has learned from him.
That's a good question as well. All right, second person. Martin Luther King Jr.
OMG, Greg. In 2022, right now?
What would you ask Martin Luther King Jr. if you came face to face with the good Dr. Reverend himself?
Like,
this was your dream?
Dead?
He's alive. He's alive. Let's say he's alive. No, can't be alive. Okay, you died. I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Why do y'all do this?
You did
I'm
it.
serious.
Just if he was somehow here and still did all the shit that he still did, what would you ask him?
I know you had a dream. Did it play out?
That's pretty good.
What did it feel like having to deal with being spat on, punched, smacked, kicked, and yet still having to move forward and be a father to your children at the same time?
That's deep. That's a good one too. I would ask him. I'm imagining that he's dead. Not imagining. He is no longer here with us, and for some reason, me and him are having a conversation in a ancestral plane on some Black Panther jump. And he has seen everything that has transpired. I would ask him, do you think it was worth it? Everything you endured with how we are living in 2022. Do you think it was worth it? I would really love to hear his answer on that. All right, last question. Last person. If you could ask one question to this person, what would it be? The last person you done wrong.
Well, that's a loaded question because I can't think about the last person I've done wrong. Technically, in my eyes, we look at
like your perspective. You know when you fucked up.
Yeah, I know, but then there's times where, if someone else looked at the situation, they might think that, sometimes we think that we are the victor in the situation or the one who was shice-bobbed or a lot of times not the culprit, it's the other person.
Absolutely.
So for me to say the last person would be more so like the last person who I could think of.
Okay, can I rephrase the question then?
Yeah.
Okay, what would you ask the person? What would you ask the last person that said you've done them wrong? Like they have not physically, but they have verbally said to you, "Yo, you really fucked me over."
What is it that you saw in me that made you stick around?
I like that. That's a good question. I think my question would be, you sure?
Wait, run that by me again?
You sure I did you wrong?
That's really your answer too, right?
Absolutely. Because the way we see this is kind of different.
See? That's what I'm talking about right there. Like, it's just like, sometimes it's just perspective.
So, yeah, like, you sure I did you wrong?
You could really be thinking like, yo, I ain't do this person wrong. And then if you take a third party who, got nothing to gain, nothing to lose, and have them chime in the situation and get to know something about the information, they might say otherwise. Like, definitely you were wrong, or for sure, like you know what I'm saying. You
for
just
sure.
never.
Still my question. You sure?
That's crazy.
So just to get a better understanding, you said the last one was
The last person that you've done wrong.
I've done wrong?
Yeah. Like that you feel like you've done wrong. That's probably a better way of putting it.
Yeah, I'm with Mr. Rentmoney. I think that
then I'll rephrase the question for you too.
Yeah.
The last person that has told you have done them wrong.
Okay, so no one has actually told me
Okay.
that like if I'm hearing like those words like verbatim, I don't have that.
Okay.
If I try to be empathetic and I try to think about that, I could maybe have an inkling.
Okay.
But I can't actually say like that's the person's feelings because no one has said that to me in the past, like any recent time.
Okay, then that you think that you might have done wrong. Make the question fit for Gigi.
Go back as far as you need to. I mean, if you need to go back to preschool, we here for
all right. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you know.
I'm gonna say okay. I'm gonna go back like when I used to feel like I was like low. I don't want to say that I was like a bully, but I was a little like I would say, how come you ain't tell me? I think that has been like my thing, just even growing up, or just being around people and spending time with people, is that people do a response that automatically supposed to assume that I know how they feel about something. Like, use your words. If I may have offended you, made you feel some type of way, made you feel small or belittled, like, let me know that, because my assumptions of how you're feeling is not always how you actually feel, because I'm going based off my response to you. And so it's hard for me to say for the person that I did wrong, because maybe I didn't know. I may have thought because of what the response could have been, but maybe that was towards me, and maybe because you had a bad day.
Not to jump into a topic, but y'all don't know when you've done somebody wrong?
There are times. Then there are other times, no.
So can you recall the last time you like, oh yeah, I shice bobbed the shit out of you, and I know I shice bobbed the shit out of you?
Yeah.
No, recently?
Not even recently. I'm just saying in general.
You're using shice bob like that's the word that I use like on my day to day, and I don't.
But you know what shice bob mean?
So that's what I'm saying. It's all about what I would perceive as really caring about somebody's feelings. Like, if I did you wrong, did I care? Does it matter if I care?
No, you just know that you did them dirty.
I did them dirty.
Yes, you know. So you want to sit here and tell me you don't know when you doing somebody dirty?
Okay, I then would ask him, did you think you deserved it?
That's a fair question.
That is a fair question.
That is a very fair question.
I think that for anyone that has been in my life that knows like me and like just who I am, genuinely, like I'm always trying to come from pure and like positive and like supportive place first. Everything else, catch me on a day. But like that's usually where I'm coming from. So anybody that usually like surrounds themselves around me should genuinely know that I love them. I love them. Anything else outside of that is life. Like, things are gonna happen. You're gonna have bumps on the road. Things are gonna be crazy. Like, but at the end of the day, like, don't ever think that there's any malicious intent, because I genuinely love you. And once you question that just means you don't think I love you. I can't do nothing about that. I can't change how you think I feel about you.
Is that with like friends or just people in general?
People in general. Because I love people. So if that
really? No, that's true. That's very true. You do love people. That's weird to me, but
it's just so. And I think it sounded a little mean when it's like, do you think you deserve it? But it's just like, if anyone ever thought that I did them wrong or felt like I did, no one has had a real conversation with me to have my understanding, and I can better have their understanding of how they may have felt that way. Outside of that, everything is subjective.
You need to be told when you've done wrong?
Do I need to be told when I've done wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. But if I'm not, I'm going to put it like this. My life isn't to be or treat any circumstances or anyone wrong. So I don't ever go into it thinking that I'm doing that. Mm-hmm. So if that ever happens, then I need to understand what I did, because it may be something that I may be used to doing that may have offended someone that I don't know that I did. Yeah. This could be someone that's new in my space. This could be like my norm of what I'm doing, and this may have offended you. But if you don't tell me that, how do I ever know? I can't know, because of who I am as a person. Like I'll use something that's even lighter. I have a personality that people come off to think that I'm flirtatious because I compliment people. That's my personality. I'm not attracted to everybody that I compliment, but it comes off that either I'm too nice or I'm doing too much. When genuinely, I believe that people should be able to be complimented. There shouldn't be any ulterior motive. I don't need to have your number. We don't need to have a full conversation. I could literally tell you that I like your jacket and have a great day. Mm-hmm. Some people get offended or get upset at that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the world we live in. And those are the three people that I want us to ask questions to. You guys
you could keep it there.
have all passed.
Oh, where we was gonna go?
Huh?
I bet anywhere else.
We could go a lot of places. We could go somewhere like
Topics.
Yeah, whatever. You're wrong. Gist of this conversation is that I'm right and y'all wrong.
I'm not in the
Allow that shit to multiply.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Just a Conversation with Greg, Mr. Rent Money, and Gigi. This is Convo 93. Welcome to Convo 93 of Just a Conversation with Greg, Mr. Rent Money, and Gigi. I'm the person who talks first. G-R-E-G. Hello, I'm Greg, and I'm joined by my bro, Mr. Rent Money. Mr. Rent Money, how's it going?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling like a villain, trying to make it killing like Pat Swilling. You know how I do when I come through. I'm here. I'm breathing. I feel I feel so much better, man. I'll probably say I'm like 98%.
That's a good percentage.
Yeah. I'm like 98%. Still, I say 98% because you know that little, that couple percentage.
So that 2%.
That couple percentage.
It's the remnants.
That couple percentage off makes all of the difference. Because when I'm 100%, I'm definitely going to say it, and I can feel it, and the people around me can feel it.
I can feel it in the air.
But I'm here. I'm blessed, man.
That's dope, brother. That's dope. Also joined by our sister
Gigi.
Gigi, how's it going? How you doing? How you feeling? How you living? How you chilling?
Hi, everyone. Like Mr. Rent Money, I'm better. I don't know if y'all heard me on the last episode, but I wasn't here. But I'm here now. And this week went by really, really fast, faster than I anticipated. Today I attended a celebration of life, and it was like so emotional.
I was literally about to say yay, but I thought about what a celebration of life is. A funeral.
Yeah. And she was very young. She was 34. But she was, and I didn't even know her. I actually know her mother. I work with her. But just to hear the stories about her, like the sermons, like the service in itself was just so inspirational and moving. Like I was crying. We was standing up. We was praising. I was just like, oof. It's like to know that like someone that had lived such a short life had touched so many people, have made so many changes on different walks of life. For a woman that never had children but had little kids like looking up to her in a mothering nature, like she was just so powerful and memorable. And it was just like, ooh, like it just put me in a space where it's just like tomorrow is not promised, and like regardless of how this goes going forward, like I genuinely appreciate you guys. Like, this has been like a journey in itself. Like, podcasting is not for everybody, and everybody just can't do it, and it's not something that you always want to show up for, always want to do, but it's something that when you do it and you hear yourself back and you're like, we're actually really great at what we do, it's just moving, because not only that, there's people that listen to us. Like, we have solidified ourselves not only in this time frame but in all the time frames now. We have our voices, our thoughts, our stories, like, just our journeys of where we were and where we are and where we're going and where we want to be, like, on air, and everybody gets to share that with us. It's like a time capsule in itself, something that you can go back to see your growth. And I just think about it's a celebration of our lives, and we're here today. And I think that we should, like, just kind of take that in and just understand that, like, we have made a difference not only in our lives but the people that listen to us. And I'm truly grateful to be able to share a platform with you individuals. And I wouldn't, even on good, bad, or different days, probably want to be anywhere else, because if I would, I probably would be. So,
Dude,
how are you, Greg?
you know, no, you don't know. That's why you asked. I'm alright. Me and the pressure been going rounds. I win some, he wins some. Today I won, so it's alright. We good. But yeah,
I think seasonal depression is definitely a thing.
absolutely.
I think that even for me, I've seen it. It's been happening to me in the past couple of years, and maybe like the pandemic may have played a part into it. But it was like as soon as like it starts getting like around late October, and also like my grandmother had passed away, and her birthday is also in November. It's like I get this gloomy, melancholy, like I'm not happy, I'm not sad, I'm just not okay. And I'm just like, everything should be okay. And it's like this urge every day that you just trying to just kind of make it through that day. You're like, maybe tomorrow's going to be better, because this shit ain't it.
Yeah, it's like for me, it's just been a bunch of realities just setting in, and you know, you can prepare for it. Doesn't matter. It's still going to happen, and you just never ready for that. I just don't think you could ever be ready for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall though, I'm chilling, living here. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Before we jump into topics, not to be morbid, but
What does that mean?
like Debbie Downer or gloomy, but what is too? What would you consider an appropriate age for death?
I mean, naturally, I would want everybody to live a full 100-year life.
Okay.
I think there's another loaded question too, because I would automatically agree with Mr. RENTMONEY, because that's the ideal setup. But I do believe everybody has their purpose, and so I think as everybody's purpose is fulfilled, I think I'm okay with that. Does that have a time frame? I think it depends on that purpose and their journey. But yeah, I don't ever think any time is too short, and I don't think any time is too long. I think if you have lived out your purpose, yes, it may be shorter or longer to anyone else that may be around you, but you will be remembered. So your life will still like continue anyway.
Though I don't disagree with either one of you, I think there is a such thing as living too long.
And that's why you're the reason why there's population control, Greg.
Hey, say what it is, say what you want. I just think after a certain age,
100 years. You don't think that's like a full, like, ideally, if you could think
I would honestly say like 80.
I think it's also about the
8 decades on this earth.
No, but I think it's about the quality of life too.
Absolutely. So yeah, Okay, you're right. If you are a vibrant, prosperous person at the age of 80, absolutely no. And no one deserves death. No one. Let me make that clear. No one deserves death. This is just a conversation, right? But if you are living your best life at 80, go for it. You go, boy or girl. But if you ain't, it's alright. You lived a full life at 80.
Okay.
You mean like if you just like sitting there literally counting your days type
Yeah.
thing? Yeah, like I just saw this guy they said he was like 110 or something like that. He's like a monk, and he was like
I saw it on Twitter.
He was like laying in his
And the
bed,
kid was just playing with the arm.
and he literally looked
He's like a mummy.
dead. Like I'm not even exaggerating. He just looked like he was a mummy, like so old. I'm like, yo, is this really life, right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Is it life?
So the quality of life matters.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The day someone needs to take care of me, I'm good on that.
No, Greg.
Nah, I'm good on that.
Because
I think
you
it's
need
levels to
understand-
somebody taking care.
Absolutely.
Like, no, of course, I'm talking about like I can't feed myself.
Okay, Greg, but what if it's for a certain amount of time?
That's different. If they say I'm gonna get better, of course.
Okay, but that's always the.
But if they say this is permanent,
You're saying, all right, just stop feeding me. Just
That's
pull
how
the
it works for you. That's how
Yeah,
if
for me,
once
yes.
a doctor would say something, that's it for you.
see now you talk about faith.
Well, that's all. That's really what it is.
That you right.
And
That's
so at
very
this point,
true.
if you're telling me that if someone tells you like this is your end date, you're like you're accepting
That
it.
joint would be
Ooh,
it.
dang, y'all just debunked my whole belief.
That literally would be it. Like I said, you know what I mean? People, how many times like, yo, this is it for you, and then they came back to those same doctors like,
Yeah.
look,
I'm still here.
I'm still here.
Yo, y'all just debunked my whole belief system. I don't have I retract everything I said. Jesus Christ is King. And we're gonna jump into some topics.
You are a really, really special guy, man. Just said all that, stood on it like, you know what?
You gotta go at 80. That's what he said. He's like,
Nah, not no
Words of
more.
Greg.
Not no more. You don't gotta go when you 80. Let Jesus be the deciding factor. Not the doctors.
Jesus is my doctor. He writes me all my prescription and gives me all. I say, come on in the room. Come on. Yo, Dom was here. Where Dom at? Yo, he would know that.
I
You
believe
probably
that.
would know that shit.
I do. I believe that.
Cause I damn sure don't know it.
That's just the old folks just saying like at funerals and stuff like that.
Wow, I didn't know that would be a song. Look at that.
That's hilarious. Oh, so for good old time's sake, who started?
You know I'll be ready to start.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
You're not ready for it. Okay. You me or you?
Yes.
And I'm trying to think about what your question is.
I think you should go.
See, this is what I'm saying. All right. This is what you want everybody to get into.
Yeah.
All right. Hi everyone. All right. So the topic for this day.
Evening. It's
Word.
the evening.
Depends on when you're listening to us.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
You should be listening at 10 a.m.
What time
on
is
Tuesday.
it on the West Coast? Right now?
It's 3 hours, so like 6.
6:44.
Yeah.
Baylor time.
Shout out to you.
No, don't shout out to him.
That's my guy.
He said.
Hey yo, Baylor, check this out.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's what y'all do?
Cause that's what he just did to me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was hilarious.
What's your topic, yo?
All right. So my topic is so let's create a sex position and name it. And it could also be a sex position that you're probably aware of. Like, just take it for what it is. If you have questions, I'll answer, and like I'll give you feedback.
I got mine. Okay. Let's start with the female. The female's position is you on your side, the feet's to the left. It's important that it's to the left and not the right. The feet's to the left.
Wait, but what side are you on?
I'm just the female right now.
But what side is she on? You said she's on her side and then it's to the left.
The feet's to the left, so she's.
You could be on any side and your feet could be to the left.
Do it. Show me. Where's your feet?
To the left and then to the right. Look.
How?
Look.
I want y'all to know this makes no sense to me.
Look.
I'm going to start over. Okay, so.
Look, I'm doing it again. Look, I still can have my feet to the left. Either side.
How is your feet to the left?
I'm not even quite sure if I understand what's going on.
I don't even know what the position he's talking about.
You didn't let me finish.
Okay.
She just instantly jumped in.
Sorry, can you grab like a doll and show us?
No, that sounds weird. Listen. The female is on her side, right?
Mm-hmm.
I put it, her knees need to be in her chest.
Okay.
Right?
So she's laying to her left.
Laying to the left.
Knees
And the knees is in the chest.
Okay.
Right? She could be holding her leg. I don't care at that point.
You don't care.
Hold your leg.
Do you want her to hold it at the from the thigh or from the
underneath?
knee?
You right.
Yeah, because that's a great.
Lock it.
Yeah, I can. Okay.
So if you big, you might have some issues with this, but lock it.
Okay.
Right?
It might not. You have long arms. Oh, you talking about the? Okay. I understand.
Me.
Okay.
Fuck the male. Me.
Okay.
Am standing.
What?
Standing.
How high is this bed that you're able to stand?
I like really high beds.
But in the event that you're not, so it has to be a high bed because there would be
because you could be on the floor and either way, I'm in a vertical position.
Wait, okay. Can you just put because
if you on the floor, I could be on my knees in a vertical position.
Okay,
Pause.
but if you're on the bed, this happens to be a high bed. But if it's not a high bed, you have to be on the floor.
What? Nothing.
Okay, because look, right, holding my knees, boom, on the side, right. You standing up like the bed literally has to be like.
That's not true at all.
How? I don't understand. Are you seeing it? Standing up?
My bed is the perfect height.
Okay. I don't know. Okay.
For this position.
Elaborate. Pause.
My bed. Let me take y'all to my bedroom for a second, right? Okay. But my bed sits high. Like, you gotta climb to get into my bed, right? So if she is on her side with her arms locked behind her,
not facing you.
No, she's not facing me.
Got it.
She looking at the
wall. Oh, the back to you.
Yeah, her back is to you.
Maybe we need a doll.
That's why I keep trying to tell you.
The back is to you.
Her back is to you.
No.
What? Her vagina.
If this is her ass.
Okay, so it's like this. Here we go. I am now understanding. We're here. Boom. Boop.
But turn over to you.
Okay. To your side.
To your side.
What? This is not comfortable. Okay, hold on. Let me see.
This is hilarious.
Like,
yeah.
This is too much, Greg.
And I call it a lawn chair.
Why you call it the lawn chair?
Because it looks like a folded lawn chair.
Where are you?
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Don't we try? Yo, actually, if you try my position, can you let me know?
You know what? I'm gonna.
I don't want to know if you try it.
Oh. Come on. What's the difference?
It's nasty.
That's, how's not? How?
It's just a. I'm
I get okay. All right. Well.
You can tell me if you want.
Now you sound weird. I don't want to tell you anymore.
There was no good way about going about that.
I didn't want. Whatever. I just.
So, volunteer people.
I would say. You said we could rename
Yeah.
the joints. So it's like I'm sitting down, regular, just sitting down,
Yeah.
and then she is sitting on my lap, but she's facing that way.
So it's like a. It's like a. You like this and she like this.
Goodness. Yeah.
Wait. So do you go like this?
Yeah.
Wait. Wait. I'm confused. I'm confused.
His facing that way. Her hands are on her knees and she's facing this way, doing this.
Okay. So I'm. Okay. So the chair is the person, right? And if
I'm facing
sitting
this way. Her face is that way. The behind is
Like
on
in a doggy style position,
my
but
lap.
he's still sitting down.
Okay. So like this.
So the crack is right here.
Okay.
Her knees.
Look.
Okay. But you was smacking it here, and I'm like,
No,
this is her
This
knees.
is the top. This is the top of her back. The lower part of her back. The
Yeah.
lower region of her back going. That's the child support.
Oh.
That's called the child support.
Oh.
I call that the child support.
I was not expecting that. Why the hell is that called the child support?
Because
Oh my gosh.
I was not
Yeah,
expecting that.
please expound on that.
that's
that moment where you're like, you know what?
you know, you might.
Make you think
Would it
twice?
be a bad idea to have a kid?
Oh, that's what I was thinking in my head, yo.
Wow, that's really good.
Would it really be a bad idea? You start thinking, you know, that's really. And this. And
You should call it Plan C with a question mark.
How does she? Who bumps up and down? Is it you that is moving, or is it her that's moving?
I did absolutely
Nothing.
No, but still gotta keep that to myself too.
No.
You know, a young lady told me that because I shared this with a young lady. I shared in the conversation. She was like, you know, she probably really, really, really liked you. With the way I was describing, with my words, I took, I think it was a group conversation. I don't know what it was, but whoever the young lady that was talking to me, she was like, the way you was describing it to me, I think she really, really genuinely was trying to like win you over. When with the levels of how I was describing how she was like, you know, trying her best. Like her effort wasn't like, yo, let's just get this over with. It was like trying to show up every single time 1,000%.
You're having flashbacks.
But the child support. But the child support, man, and I just think going like this, like putting out like that face, like she was going like that was a 9 to 5 type thing, like she was like really, really working. You know what I'm saying? But that's the child support.
That was a 9 to 5 type thing.
Yeah.
She was working.
Like really.
That's bars, yo.
When I was looking at her face, I'm thinking like, yo, she is really, really.
When you look at the back of her head.
No, she was.
Oh.
Like sideways, like making sure I'm right. I'm like, oh, you really.
Like you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You see what I'm doing?
That's really what it was. And I need you to stop looking at me while you say it. For real, yo. And the crazy thing, I did her wrong too. That goes to that. That goes to that question you had. Yeah, man. flashbacks for real. The child support. Shout out to the child support position.
So we got folding chair.
Wow.
We got child support.
Wow, you guys are gonna hate mine. Okay, so mine's is like a doggy style, but like I wrap my legs around like my person, so then I have leverage. So then it's not just like they have control. Like I can like kind of do my own thing, like on my own.
Like you was doing a roll at the gym.
No, because I try to like stay on it. I don't really like the like thing. I like to like
Got it.
like kind of get my G
For
spot
those of
going.
you who are wondering what Gigi is doing,
Oh, I'm
is
mashing.
Like mashed it like it was a mashed potato.
Yeah, I'm like
she's making a mud pie. Some junk.
I like sensual. Like I like you reaching like different areas. Like I want to feel all of that. So, sometimes if your partner doesn't know you, then they just be, like mong, 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 mong. But if you lock your legs around, they be like, what? They can still hold your waist to help you get leverage. And then you just kind of get on it like that.
What is it called?
Blue.
Y'all could see me in that.
Yo, I really looked over there like, what did he look at? Oh, alright. That's why he looked over there like that. Yeah, okay. I heard.
Oh, I'm so amazing. Yeah.
So if you wasn't get,
Go ahead. Stop, Greg. Come on. Pod.
so if you,
Greg. Go ahead.
if you were to have sex with somebody,
Yeah.
you'll be like, let me do the blue to you.
Absolutely. And they'll ask me to do the blue to them again.
Blue.
It's my favorite color.
So this person cannot know you.
This person cannot know me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, well, if they're listening to my podcast, then it is what it is. But I think that if my person happens not to be blue, then I think that they would respect that at this point, that if I've chosen them, that blue is just merely a color in a crayon box, and now you are you, and we don't need to play in crayons anymore. So let's create our own
even
color.
if they know you.
Even if they know me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if to know me is to love me, like, come on now. Like, at this point, like, what am I supposed to do? Not live my truth?
So what if they say, can you change the name?
Change the name to the position?
Mm-hmm. Would you change the name?
No, I said we're going to create our own position. I said, do you want to be a color or do you want to be my man? Like, what you worried about?
You, let me get this straight.
Yeah.
Because then when you said man, that took it to a different conversation for me.
Okay, let's do it.
You said even if, well, this is hypothetical.
Okay.
So
yes.
it's not even, you don't even have a position called blue.
Exactly. Continue.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay. But if you did, you saying even if you had a dude, you would still
name the position blue?
Call it blue.
The position?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, I've named a position that I've created, right? Like, what you want me to do? Not
tell them that the meaning of it is.
Yeah, let's tell them the meaning of it.
Blue, not blue.
All right. So you want me to say to this person that I'm now with my whole history because of a position that I named?
No,
the color?
but that's what I was asking.
But why would I have to do that? You're saying that, but I'm saying if they've listened to my podcast and started doing notes on me at this point, they've known who blue is. That's what you're saying.
That's assuming that
you're saying that this person that I will be with will be listening to my podcast and figure out who blue is.
Forget even. Yeah, okay, sure. Let's do with that. Let's go.
I'm gonna say that.
Yep.
Okay, great. Guess what? The same person that I am talking to had a past too, and maybe they didn't have a podcast that they got to name a position, but you did shit with your ex.
Listen.
That's.
All
my thing is that
X t-shirts go in the garbage. For starters.
yes.
All them shits go in the garbage.
Okay.
So
That you know of? Like, how do you know that they're X t-shirts?
because I'm looking at, hey, yo, just in case, throw that shit in the garbage.
Just in case.
That look a little bit too big. You is not no, nah.
That's funny. Okay, I'm not even gonna say it anymore.
That looks crazy.
What if it fits?
If it fit, then I mean, these days you know what I mean? Because I'm really thinking about like a time when everything, all the shirts was like
men and then like women shirts, but like
yeah.
now.
Still, no.
It just maybe.
Because if it stands out, if I know, if just like you said, to know me is to love me. So if I clearly know what your style is, all of the type of clothes you wear, and then you wear all of the sudden you wearing like a big pony or something like.
Why would a man have a big pony shirt?
No, a polo.
Oh,
with a big pony. Like
Big pony.
you never.
Oh, a big pony. I am not wearing somebody's shirt that like. I understand what you're saying though.
I'm saying,
but I understand like a polo shirt. I get it. A man's shirt, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You would never.
Saying.
I never saw you wear that. Yo, what? Where you get that shirt from? That shit look hard. Like if it's it's striking to me. Like yo, that's not your shirt. Even with the size, like you are you kidding me?
Okay, I understand what you're saying. I hear you. I just think that one, I'm not gonna disrespect if this person, if it's not blue, that like I'm not gonna throw him in his face. Of course not. I think that's rude. However, I'm not gonna like not talk about or take away from any of my experiences at this moment in my life, like change my perspective. Like I said, like blue is a color is because at some point in time, like blue wasn't mine. It was literally, it's a figure of speech and actually even a metaphor, just exactly for what it is. So my person should never compare themselves to a color. You're a person. You should want to be. Yes.
We're not talking about a color. This conversation was never about it. It was always about a person.
Of course, but the person doesn't have a name because they're represented by a color. Do you not understand the concept? No?
No.
He's not understanding. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
Wow. All right. So, do you guys know why blue name is blue?
No.
Okay, blue name is blue because one, that's my favorite color. And two, when I met Blue, me and Blue worked at the same place. And I didn't want everybody to know who I was like talking or to. But I wanted to also talk about my person with my friends. So I created this persona of this person named Blue. Now, Blue also represents the idea that it's crayons, because blue is also my favorite color. And then crayons, when you think about like even like school, it's something that's usually shared. It's in a box. You can always buy different ones. It's usually shareable. It's never yours. Like in my mind, blue is a concept of something that you use, you color, you put it back in the box, and somebody else might color with it. And guess what? Everybody got coloring pages, coloring party. That's it.
You're really, really into them.
Coloring parties?
Really, no, Blue, you're really, really into them.
Well,
like, for real.
All right.
Just to put all that thought. Like,
no, because I'm trying to explain to you like how I've been able to even like keep this going for so long is because of the idea of like it. Unfortunately, now it's different. I can say that, but like before, like it. And it's sad to say that this really wasn't a person. It was a concept. It was an idea. It was a feeling. It was a vibe. Everybody wanted a blue at some point. I literally had women trying to get a blue of their own because they wanted to have exactly what I have. And obviously, everybody ain't built for this.
But you developed that concept to protect yourself.
I built the concept. It wasn't even about protecting. It's because I knew exactly what I wanted at that time. And it wasn't that. Y'all trying to get me to dive. I'm a pod today. When I even had when I first even met Blue, I was in a relationship. I couldn't even touch him, look at him, talk to him. I thought he was attractive. I saw him again, still in a relationship. So Blue for me was never somebody that I knew that I wanted because I had somebody. It wasn't up until I didn't have somebody. And we kind of had a little spark. So it wasn't like, oh, like this thing where it started from the beginning. Like it was someone that was never mine and I was never theirs. That's why it's been like so blue. But it's different now a little bit.
Cool.
So that's why. And so for the person that doesn't want to be a Blue and you actually want to be a person, like don't aspire to be that person because that person always had an expiration date and I could have left at any point in time and I could leave now. You want to be the person that wants to be constant in my life. You want to be the person that I can name and I want to name and shout you out and you're an actual person that people can see, not just people can speculate and think is like a fake person.
Cool.
I told y'all a lot on this episode.
So
I hope
we
he
got
doesn't listen to this.
the Blue child support.
It's not the Blue. It's called Blue.
Blue
Yeah, with no E.
child support. The child support.
The child support.
The lawn chair.
The lawn chair.
The lawn chair.
The lawn chair and the child support.
You gotta
Blue.
title it.
I like it. I thought it was really good. I like that I kind of have new positions to think about.
It kind of worries me that you never tried those positions.
I want to say that I probably have, just not in the capacity that I think that I thought about it that was happening.
Okay.
Like, you know, I mean, I've definitely been on couches in different ways and occasions, so I never really but like to actually put a name now to it, you know?
She definitely been on couches, y'all, in different ways.
Wow.
That's what you said.
Wow. Shout out to my people that I have been on couches with.
You put it on wax.
Wait, there was this one time on the couch that was really good, actually. Okay, we don't have to go there.
Flashbacks with Gigi.
Yeah, so I'm very, very curious. Like, especially like I want to. Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. I guess I'm not gonna talk to you guys about it. I'll find my girlfriends and maybe we'll talk about it because y'all don't want to hear about my stories. But you ready, Greg?
Yep, let's do this. So, my topic is about. We've all heard the phrase "the perfect situation." Like, it's been used in many different circumstances. Like, in a perfect situation, I would do this, or there's never a perfect time to have a kid, right? So I want to know: do you guys believe in the phrase, or do you believe in perfect situations? We can take this any way you want to go.
I believe this is a matter of. I can just speak for myself. It's just a matter of me embracing what's in front of me, and the sooner I embrace it, the perfection comes. Like, I can do that with the most ugliest situation.
So perfection is more. I guess perfection is based on the situation for you.
Right. It's like it's very seldom where I'm not just totally embracing what's happening. Ugly, pretty, you know what I mean? If it's in front of me and it's happening, it's something that I have absolutely no control over, I can find perfection in it. Is with no matter how imperfect it is, like I guess I could put it like this. You could look at a rock. One person might look at it like it's imperfect. A rock can have a whole bunch of scratches on it and shit like that, and then another person could take that same rock with all of the scratches and chips and put it on the top of a mantle, and now it's like art or something.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's all in a matter of me embracing a situation that I have absolutely no control over, and finding out how can I make the best of the inevitable.
Yeah. I understand that. I got you. How about you? Do you believe in perfect situations?
Do I believe in...
That hat look crazy.
Yeah. My head is hot. I'm starting to start a little bit. I'm like getting my hair starting to get... All right, Greg, let me focus.
Focus.
Do I believe in perfect situations?
Mm-hmm. I'm really curious to hear your answer.
Do I believe in perfect situations? Yeah.
I knew it. What
did you know, Greg?
Please tell us why.
No, you tell me why and I'll tell you why.
Only reason why I know that you would say that because you believe perfect is relative.
Exactly, Greg. That's exactly. 'Cause perfect is perfect for somebody, not for everybody.
I agree with that.
And so, like, I think that perfect situations come with what you deem as what your perfection is. Like, I think that us coming together, like, I didn't think that it was expected, but it flowed. It worked. If you didn't think that this was a perfect situation, I think that just life itself, like, I'll even go into Mr. Rentmoney's journey from, you know what I'm saying, from being a father, from being homeless, to getting his own place, to, like, you know, getting his music back up, to releasing music. Like, it's just this whole journey in itself. Like, that's perfection. That was perfect timing. Like, even with the downs, like, everything had served its purpose in its timing to where you are today.
For sure.
Greg, like, sorry, y'all. Even with your journey, I mean, I don't need to break that down either, but I feel like there's the same thing. I think that although it may not seem perfect, it all served its purpose. And the same thing about putting a bow on, or circling back to, like, the time for people to, like, go, is that, like, as we continue on this life journey and we see there's going to be some good times, there's going to be some bad times, there's going to be some indifferent times, is that every point of that time, when we look back at it, did something from us. And if it didn't, it's because we decided not to take away from it. Because I think every experience, good, bad, or indifferent, is a learning experience. And, like, what you take away from that can soar you through so many different, more experiences that allow you to be greater and be more in tune with what your purpose is. So, yes, I think that there is perfect time. It's like, I think, I was going to go in. I'm going to leave that alone. But go ahead, Greg.
I don't think there's a such thing as a perfect situation. I hear what you guys are saying. Mm-hmm. And from a relative standpoint, you're 1,000% correct. From a logical standpoint, no, because nothing is perfect.
But perfect is relative, Greg.
It's not relative.
Yes, it is.
No, it ain't.
Okay.
No, nothing is perfect. If everything was perfect, then the world that we live in would have no issues.
No, because it's relative and different people have different measures of perfection. That's why we have the issues that we have. It's because the same way I see beauty is not the same way you see beauty. So it's always going to be a difference in views.
Shall we play this game? Okay.
We could do that.
When someone says, no, not someone. Is there a perfect time to have a kid?
I think it's up to that person.
What is yours?
For me?
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
what
Greg.
is the perfect situation for you to have a kid?
Greg, that's a loaded question for me because I didn't even want to have kids at one point in time.
Okay.
And so for me, it's different Also because like also my age. So one point in time I wasn't even thinking about children. You could have even scrapped that, throw that away. Me, my dog, and that's it. We outside. I'm so serious. It wasn't
I know.
after until like the
I know.
pandemic that like I started seeing things differently. So right now, like, I think that
Is there a perfect situation for you to have a kid right now?
yeah,
What is it?
today, if I wanted to. I don't want to have no kid today, y'all. No, that's not the thing. I don't want to put that on nobody. Words have power.
But that's
no,
what
thank
you
you.
said.
No, but I'm saying is that like I'm in a position that if that ever happened, like I wouldn't second guess it. I will not turn away from that calling in that situation. And that's also knowing that I'm putting myself in that situation because I practice safe sex. So allowing me to even put the thought that that could be a possibility and it happens, I'm accepting that. I'm moving forward with whatever things that I have to do.
So you're saying that
God time is the perfect time.
okay.
I think Greg is like you want me to say like there's never a perfect time to have a child, and I can say that yes because I think that taking care of another life is you're never ready for it because you never had to do it until you had to do it, especially when it's a life that you've created. I get that, but the thing is that like that is that has been the evolution of humans like from day one. Like
But does
we're
the
always,
environment take part in that situation?
I think we allow ourselves to allow the environment to take part of that situation. I don't think there's ever a point in time in history where it was ever okay where someone ever felt safe to have children.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially as black people. Like I don't think there was ever a point in time where like, you know what?
So there's no perfect situation.
No. Because the idea about perfection is the idea of what you think perfection is. If I feel like I'm ready to be a mother, then you can't tell me I need to have this, and this, and this.
That's a completely different question.
Okay.
You can be like the readiness of someone ready to start a family is different. I'm saying is the situation perfect for them to start a family?
But what is perfection for the situation? Like what is perfection that is needed for that to happen?
Well, let me take a step back and let me reconsider my question. Make sure I'm going with where I want to go. Yes, I am. Okay. So yes, if I guess it really depends on if you. What do you,
yeah, go ahead, Greg.
What do you? No.
It really depends on. Go ahead.
Yeah, it really depends. I'm talking to you right now. Like it really depends on what do you consider. What is considered in the situation?
Yeah, no, Greg, but you're giving me the situation. I'm telling you, I'm saying that.
I'm looking from a logical standpoint. What is it? What is the situation?
You said having a baby, right?
Yes, I mean, what's encompassed of all of that? Like,
no, Greg,
the world that the baby is coming in, your job, where you're living, everything that's happening around you, like that is all a part of the situation.
Yeah,
and everything can't be perfect. It's impossible. Nothing is perfect.
To that person.
To anyone. If you think you're perfect?
Do I think I'm perfect?
Yeah.
I think I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, and I also believe that my imperfection is my perfection. So yeah, Greg, I'm Gigi, so no one else can be me. I'm perfect as me.
So you're a perfect person.
I'm perfect to my standards and how I'm evolving in my life.
Fair. But you're not perfect.
I think I can always get better.
So right now, if you was to have a kid, you would be the imperfection.
No, of course not. Why?
Why would you be?
Why?
First off, we keep here. Go
ahead. First, go ahead. Go.
No, because I was going to say imperfection is not necessarily a negative thing. That's
I agree with you. That's why I was able to say that about myself.
We got accidentals in music. That's how we get such great music.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, logically, just straight from logic.
Okay, I'm listening.
Not emotion, not relativity, logic.
Okay.
Nobody's perfect. Would you agree?
What do you measure perfection as?
That's a good question too. Cause
what do you say? It's like you can take a person who has a child with a disability. One person might be bummed out about it, and when I say disability, is a disability, is based off of the standards of like the world that we live in. Look around. many people look a certain way, and then when you see a person who happens to look different from you, then look or speak differently from you, or process information differently from you, then that means they are labeled disabled. Mm-hmm. Another person might look at that child they gave birth to and be like, yo, my baby is perfect. This exact way. No. I wouldn't even care.
Even you got flaws, girl.
Any other way, I'm glad you were born this exact way, and I want to take care of you, even if it means I have to take care of you for the rest of my life, like that type of thing. So to a person who looks at that, how could you tell them that that's not perfection?
You can't.
No, you just said.
I was going from. I said from a logical standpoint. What you talk about is perspective.
No, you said.
You can't argue someone's perspective.
No, you said what we talk about is, from a relative standpoint, like everything you can make everything, but that's the beauty of life to me. That's one of the beauties.
Absolutely, 1000%
of life. Like I'm looking at this thing we call life through my lens. And you as well, and so on. So
yeah, I don't disagree at all.
If somebody looking at something as a perfection, this is perfect. Or even you take this whole entire. How could we? I don't know. How could you not look at the trees, flowers, fish, and all that shit? Not look at it like perfection. Like everything is just in sync, just moving and in one accord, like
because someone could
breathing, the waves in the ocean, the air, the sun, all of this shit is just in sync, going. Yeah, that's perfection.
It's not. I mean, no, because we still have hurricanes and we still have.
That's a part of the perfection because we need every single one of even the natural disasters, the hardest rain. The thunder, all of it. If we didn't have those things, there would be a problem. If one of those things, if you took away natural disasters, there would be another problem that would occur. It's still a part of. It's like growing pains. Like a woman. You look at a woman who has to give birth, and it's a painful process. Mm-hmm. Like without that pain. You can't have the little baby that's born.
So what do you say to the people who lose their lives in homes due to natural disasters? They're gonna still say that the natural disaster, that the world is still perfect?
Yeah. I'm gonna still say that. I'm gonna still say that the way the world. No. To say the world is perfect, and to say like the natural things that the world possess is perfect, I feel like it's a totally different conversation because you got people who will make that statement tainted by doing things like murdering people and ending their lives earlier than it should have. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not speaking about that. I'm talking about just naturally the way the world is. If human beings were not here. How everything is,
but we are here.
The animals, yeah, we are here. But I was talking about nature when I was saying that just now. We was talking about natural disasters and all of that shit. Yes, there are casualties that happen within the natural way this world is wired and it's going on. Like we just mentioned natural disasters. Yes, natural disasters occur. People die, but that doesn't change the perfection that's around the disasters. True. Because right after all of that, I can't. How could I say? You know how peaceful how peaceful it is as soon as the storm ends. It's like everything, you hear the birds chirping and shit, all the animals coming out, everything. how could you say that's perfect but then the natural disaster is not?
Because it's a disaster.
It's only considered a disaster because people are losing things, valuables and family. That's the only reason why it's considered a disaster.
The perfect situation for you would be no humans.
No, because there's perfection in human beings being here. Like you can't have one. There's perfections in human beings. Like I just now said. I literally said prior to even saying this that I can look at I can find some type of perfection in damn near anything I can.
Perfection to you is relative. Right?
So just because it's relative, it don't mean it's wrong.
I never said it was. I never said it was. I was just saying y'all look at perfection from, and so do I. I'm gonna say y'all. We look at perfection through the perspective of relativity.
Everyone does, Greg.
Yes.
Yes.
And my thing is, take away relativity, nothing is perfect.
But then what sets the standard to perfection?
I don't know.
So then how can you say
I know you did, by the way. That's why I started laughing as soon as you.
I don't know.
You definitely didn't know.
I damn sure don't know.
Is there a committee of people be like, that's perfect? Everybody say, yeah.
Right.
Well, now you want to get to some conspiracy.
It's like whoever's looking at it. Is this perfection?
Yeah.
How many look, because think about how many natural disasters probably happen, and then people start tapping in with family whom they probably never spoke to, and now they actually got this newfound relationship.
That's justification.
That's turning
lemons into lemonade. Justification.
No,
it is.
How's that justifying?
You're justifying the negative thing that just happened by saying that this positive thing just happened.
No, this happened. I couldn't help that it happened, but it actually happened. And now
that could have happened without the natural disaster. You choose not to.
No,
now you're forced to do it because of natural disaster. You're justifying it.
No, because
how is that I need somewhere to live, or I need a family member to lean on, and now because of this, even if it wasn't a matter of me saying like I don't want to speak to that family member, it's just so many family members from here to there. I never knew I was gonna meet my family from Virginia, and now we so close because we all had to move from where the natural disaster occurred, and now we have to move to Virginia and move in with our family members whom we didn't know before. It wasn't because we was beefing with them, but because this natural disaster happened. Oh shit! I got closer to my cousin. Now, people, this is just a random arbitrary example of us making lemonade.
Also say because it's damn, I got too close to my cousin. I can't stand this.
Yeah, I was about to say because that normally be happening, because this is definitely.
God damn it! Out of your ass.
An example, but I'm just saying, like I don't think there's nothing wrong with having that type of mindset.
It's not. I don't think there is either. We just having a conversation, people. That's all it is.
I am Mr. Rent Money, and these are my conspiracy theories.
Do you honestly believe what you're saying right now?
I'm Mr. Rent Money, and this is the segment of the show where I share to you this week's conspiracy theory. Okay, so I was thinking to myself, Giovanni. Oh. Shit. Hey, I ain't do that shit. Hey, look.
Yo.
I ain't do that since probably episode 10 or something, mad long ago. But hey, Mr. Rent Money, Do you believe that the technology we have in 2022, was it replicated or was it originated from ancient civilization? Is there technology that we have right now that was already done in ancient civilization, that was already invented, that was already used?
What do you consider technology?
Here's an example. I mean, and it's definitely an example of something that I can't think of that we use this method right now in 2022. But so you know that there's a division in the theory on how people believe the pyramids were actually assembled.
Yeah.
Some
Aliens.
people say aliens. Some people say they took big ass tree branches, some shit like that, and like kind of like used like a dolly method with the branches, and I don't even know how that could even get off because them shits is like
Really
tons.
super tall.
And there's no damn tree that could even. And we talking about in the desert, so where's this damn tree at that you're talking about?
I don't think the pyramids was built when they said that they were built.
And there's another theory that they were assembled by vibrations. Somehow using sound to lift things very, very heavy, whereas with the limited way I believe we think in today's day, like we just have this as a matter of fact way of thinking. But there's this theory that they use sound to do this shit with ease. Just vibrations, manipulating sound to actually move these big ass pillars. The bigger the pillar, the higher the vibration. And tweaking vibrations to actually move the shit from left to right, up and down. There's and all of this, again, I'm just a conspiracy theorist. There's like pictures surfacing around on the internet of like inside of these pyramids, pictures, ancient artifacts or drawings of airplanes and like golden figurines of what looked or appeared to be airplanes and cars and motorcycles. Yeah. So what are your thoughts?
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think no, I don't think technology is being replicated or redone. If you say yeah, no, I'm just going to say no. Only I think you start to see. I always find it ironic that you start to see these things come up in hieroglyphics and some shit that not everyone else can read. These niggas is trying to get a grant for their doctoral. That's all.
Wow, great.
No, not reading. I'm talking about pictures. Like
yeah,
He's saying that they're,
it's not
he's
you
saying
can't.
that they're fake. He's
they
saying
fake.
that.
I think they fake.
He's saying
Okay.
they're going down in the caves, drawing pictures, come back like, yo, look what I got.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I think they're doing.
Okay.
Oh no, please finish your thought.
Yeah, cause even if you go just back to like the 20s and shit like that, there's a lot of shit that we call new technology. Now this is common, and this is forget ancient artifacts. There's actual recordings of shit that we call new right now, but was already invented even in modern times. And then it just we talking about like I would say like the in 18 somethings. When was the car invented?
I'll tell you in a second.
Before we had our first regular ass car.
1886.
Right, yeah, 18 something.
By Carl Benz.
So there's a lot of documentation, videos, not just somebody freestyling or saying like, yo, this is what happened and I saw a video and it just was that. There's real live videos of a whole bunch of things that are considered to be new right now that was invented years ago. A lot of things.
Years ago. But look, my thing
and I'm saying, so if that's the case, if we can be aware of that shit, why can't it be just a matter of, you know, there was no televisions at the time and there's no actual proof, and the only thing that we have for proof is artifacts, drawings.
Okay. Just so I'm clear on the technology that you are referring to, right? Let's take a bomb, right? And I'm not saying a bomb is a technology, but let's take a bomb, right? The idea of a bomb is to make something explode, go boom, right? Pretty sure they've been doing that since the beginning of the time. We want something to make something go boom, right? So, as you go through time, they figure out new and sophisticated ways to create bombs, making it smaller, making it more explosive. Bombs are not a new technology. It's not a new thought, not a new theory. It's always been there. They just figured out new ways of how to do it, right? I can vibe with that, of course. That's just life. Like, we try to improve on the design.
Not yet.
No, yeah. Just wanted to get the whole thought in. But yeah, improve on the design. But that doesn't necessarily mean like in before Christ, in the BC area, that they had airplanes and shit. Like, no, I don't believe that.
I know, and it actually makes sense for you not to believe it. For one, we're separated. We're totally removed from their way of living. So, and I mean, not just physically, I mean spiritually as well. Mm-hmm. Our diets are totally different. Everything they ate, everything they did actually complemented a higher way of thinking. Everything. Like, that wasn't even considered. Like, even poor people were eating things that were complementing their highest way of thinking, complementing them spiritually, physically. So it's certain ways, certain things we can't even fathom to even try to even imagine. Like, physically, you can't. Mentally, we can't even tap into a certain mind frame, because everything we do fights against that ability.
So I'm supposed to sit here and believe that.
No, you don't have to. I said you're not even supposed to, based off of everything that I just said. From our diets, physically, everything is unaligned with the way they were living.
Okay.
So it's almost physically impossible for
King
you
Tut didn't have an
to
airplane.
rap.
He didn't have a helicopter.
Okay. So if I could say anything to that, Greg, I understand the idea to you is that, like, technology existed, but it probably didn't exist that way that long ago. But even if you think about the technology that they used, just even in the sense of, to piggyback off of Mr. Rent Money would say on intellect, was they would send, like, birds, like pigeons, letters and people would receive them.
Definitely.
Think about the idea that you had to train a bird.
Totally forgot about that. Jay.
You're gonna have to train a bird to literally go across and get to the place and the person that you want it to.
Okay.
So if they were able to grasp that concept, there were other things that obviously that they were trying to evolve at the same time. Maybe not to the magnitude that we are now, but they've collected, like, think about the building structures. Like, at every point in time, like, even from caveman times, like, everybody knew how to build shelter. So if the concept is building something from nothing, especially a foundation, then there's no way but to evolve.
So let me put it. I'll put it to you this way. I can vibe with this, and I keep saying airplane because I think airplane is a good form of technology.
You don't think that they thought about the concept of flying?
That's what I was about to say.
Okay.
Could someone have probably back then thought like, what if there was a way
To be a bird.
that I could be a bird?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
I can believe that.
Yes.
1000%. Duh. That's just.
And what I'm saying is, so okay,
And if you want to say that's how the technology was developed, I could vibe with that.
check this out. The matter of fact mindset that I was talking about, how modern people think, is crazy, asinine if you think about it, because we're only using like 30% of our mind right now. The smartest person in the world, I don't care who you look around, they're not even tapping into our mind's fullest potential. So where you are thinking about with the way technology is structured in modern day civilization, which is the total reliance of something like a motor or electricity, what if the assistance that this technology would need is their minds, or was their minds? What if their mind was the electrical jolt that this whatever contraption
So you
would
believe
need?
that they use more of their mind than we did today.
No, I 100%. I 100% believe. Just to know that right now that we're only using this much of our brains, 30%, whatever it is. It's like less than that. 30. I think the exact number is less than 30% of our brain's capacity. What the hell? Like, who am I to say, yo, that shit couldn't do this or it could do this? Niggas was probably around here flying, doing whatever, like, just like, so to it's crazy to even try to put a thumb on it, like, yo, they could only do this or they couldn't do this. Our mind is powerful as hell right now with the little percentage that we use right now. So for me to just automatically know they weren't doing this only because of what I see right now in front of me, and only because this invention was made at this time, that mean they weren't capable of doing XYZ. Nah. We got things, if it's parts of our mind that we don't even know what it's for. You don't even know, it's just there. Like, what the hell is this shit there for? Like, even the smartest scientists, there's no graph, there's no chart, there's no measurement to say that it does this or it couldn't do this, because we have nothing to judge it off of. So anybody who is opposed to it is really more jumping out of the window than this conspiracy theory, because you only know based off of the 30% the capacity.
You only know based off the 30% too.
But I'm daring to go past the 30%.
So because your thought process is different from mine, yours is correct.
No, you're being defensive. That's
I'm not being defensive. That's
you
exactly
missing.
what you're doing.
No, I'm not. I'm saying you're saying it's impossible.
If you're using 30%,
yes, I am.
Who's to say your 30% is more right than mine?
Greg, you're only being defensive and not hearing what I'm saying, Greg.
I am hearing what you're saying.
No, because I'm saying that I know I only use 30% of my mind, but what I'm saying is I'm thinking about the possibility. You're saying it's impossible. You're saying you're limiting. You're cutting it off from
I don't think that they use more of their mind in BC.
What?
Wait, why? There's less distractions.
Oh, 30% is 30%. Who's to say? This is what I'm getting at. Who's to say what 30% is?
I think.
Huh?
I understand.
30%. This is a brain. Physically, this is our brain.
Who is? And that's not how it works.
That's exactly how it works. Every part of your brain is assigned to something. Every part of your brain is literally a chart. It's colored. It's colored by certain assignments.
Okay.
It's colored by certain assignments, literally.
Okay.
And there's only a percentage of that does a certain amount of things.
And who's to say that they didn't do the same thing? Because of what? You saying less distraction, but we don't know. Who's to say what we consider a distraction? They had something similar that they thought was a distraction.
Because right now it's proven that certain things that we have in our diet actually.
You're talking as a matter of fact.
I'm only going off of the facts.
No, you're not.
You didn't even. What was I about to say? You're
not presenting a fact, G.
No, what I was about to. I didn't do that. I was literally about what you can literally Google what I'm about to say.
Go for it.
There is something in our minds called a pineal gland.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That everything that we eat damn near decalcifies this shit. Okay. Damn near every single thing that we eat, drink, consume decalcifies this shit. If we're saying that it's a fact that it's only 30% or less than what we're actually using, how is it that I'm saying the possibility, I'm only going off of the possibility.
Okay.
You're going off of actuality. You're saying
I'm not going off of actuality.
You said it. You just now said.
What I said? I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
You just now said, I don't believe that they were even doing XYZ back then.
Yeah, I don't.
And I'm saying there is a possibility. You're saying to automatically say that no, that's impossible. It's like what are you gauging it off of? What is there?
Because we're all
what am I gauging what off of?
How can you? So you listen to what I'm saying. Listen to the exact words that I'm saying. What you are saying is that in 2022 we use 30% of our brains, right? Meaning for whatever various reasons, the things we eat, the things that we see in society, everything around us has limited our brain usage to 30%. Am I wrong?
No.
That's not what you're saying.
Oh yeah. I just said
what you're saying, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm saying
for sure, definitely.
In 2 BC, who's to say that whatever they had going on around them only forced them to use only 30% of their brain? Why isn't that a possibility?
Because the food that we eat right now wasn't around. The food, the ingredients that is in food added for absolutely no reason wasn't around. It wasn't in the food.
So my thing is, you're now talking in matter of fact too.
That is a matter of fact. It's what I just now said not a matter of fact, Greg?
Because if you go to
how is it not?
I'm about to answer your question. If you wanted to strictly talk about the food, right? What were they eating?
That just depends on your geographic location, on what your diet was.
Let's just say say you were somewhere in West Africa, right? What do you think they were eating?
All types of herbs, berries, beans,
And you know
all
there's people
different.
who in 2020 do only eats that stuff too, right?
Yeah, but they didn't have what we have in our food right now.
But they don't eat what we have in our food. They eat that stuff.
Even the stuff that stuff 9 times out of 10 has a bunch of shit that we don't even need in the shit. Greg,
If someone is eating off the earth, right, which a lot of these rural countries do, they just eat off the earth. What stuff? If you're saying in 2 BC, all they ate was I'm just making an assumption that they just ate off the earth, right? If in 2 BC, all they did was eat off the earth, and in 2022, there are some places in this world where people just only eat off the earth.
yeah, and I believe in those certain places that weird shit by our standard happens way more often. Like shit that we would find like that would have us in awe, and it would be because of maybe they're tapped into a whole bunch of. And when I say the 30% is based off of what our textbooks say. So yes, there may be, I do believe that there are places geographically that are tapped into a larger percentage of their brand. So I'll retract what I'm saying. Right now, I do believe that there are people who have these abilities because they have not been exposed to all of these different chemicals that are limiting us in so many ways than we even know.
Okay.
It's like in 2022, as long as it doesn't stop us from using our phones, getting up, doing what we want to do, satisfying ourselves, hey, I'm good. Like, I got my entertainment. Like, these are the main things that are to the forefront. So if I go to another geographic location within the world where their diet and complements their way of thinking, their brain, their neurologic development, even from a youth, even just that, like starting from when the mom is pregnant with the child and knowing the exact thing she needs to do to complement the development of her child's mind, even as the child is in the womb, and it's not like some type of Western civilization way of nurturing a child. People do different things around the world when it comes to the development of a child. I do believe that right now, yeah, for sure, I say that confidently based off of diet and from a spiritual perspective, and even walking around without their shoes on and shit like that, and actually being a part of the earth, like walking around like they. I was looking at a article that talks about how it actually it behooves human beings to walk around in the grass and in like natural terrain, not just like it really actually it does more harm to walk around with shoes on, because our feet is an entrance, the bottom of our feet, it's an entrance into our bodies in so many different ways. Like, so people can consume all types of like vitamin and nutrition through just simply stepping outside. The sun gazing and shit, like all of these things, there's nutrition that we can get from the sun. It's people around the world who know naturally, they just grew up on this way of thinking. So yeah. Yes, I do believe there are people around the world who are tapped in with a certain larger percentage of their brain, and they can do shit that is happening right now, but it's just not documented. Just it's somebody right now probably in the mountains levitating or some shit, like doing something wild like that we probably see in movies and shit. But because really real talk, like, but because it's like it's been commercialized, it's like overlooked and laughed at. It's like, oh, that's a damn joke. That can't be real. So I mean, we could go all day with that. Really,
I see truth in what you're saying, though.
I don't.
You never heard of Dr. Sebi?
Huh?
You ever heard of Dr. Sebi?
I have not. Who is it?
He's a doctor that worked with herbal medicine and just like healing and like found a lot of cures.
Can you do shrooms?
I don't know. He's passed away now.
You could have led with that.
no, a lot of people say that they offed him because of the information he was given that was
like natural
contrary
ways to heal.
contrary to
Western medicine.
Yeah, thank you. Western civilization's way of aiding to illnesses.
I mean, I don't believe Western medicine is all of the answer. No, I think there's things out there that we don't have answers to. I'm a firm believer in that. Going back to the original thing about technology in BC, I think they had ideas. I don't think they had the technologies. And I don't think that they built the pyramids when they said they built the pyramids. I think that was done like in the 1700s.
What?
So you could believe like a caveman like invented the wheel, but you don't think that they could build something?
No.
Wow.
I don't got my mind ain't perfect.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that just think about every civilization. Like they've always learned. There's always been like carpenters. Like you've always seen like where places where people live.
My thing is, I think everything is a money grab. So let's, and I think humans are naive. I think we find things to believe in, and I think it's exploited often.
I really want you to read some more books, Greg. I think if you read some more
what
books.
About why does reading books have to do it? I could read something.
Nah, that's crazy though, Greg. You said that the pyramid. Hey, this is documented. Greg said the pyramids was invented in 1700.
I do, just like I don't believe that we went to the moon and someone walked on the moon.
I can understand that too.
Why is that so believable? But them building pyramids back in 12 BC.
Because they've been having problems to even do this shit right now. Like right now, lining this. It's not that they just pyramids. We looking at it because we don't even know what the hell this shit was for. So we just, as a matter of fact, with the shit. But there was a purpose because the shit is literally, we on Earth and this shit is lined up perfectly with certain stars aligned.
And for every
but it can't do it right now. So if they could, they would just do it.
Person that's like you, there's a person like me. And that's all I'm saying is that I think that they just do shit to get people to believe in shit and give money.
But they can't do it again though.
That's what they said.
Why wouldn't there just be somebody to just do the shit? I mean, pyramids to say that would mean everybody's just all in sync. Hey, we ain't gonna make no more pyramids, y'all, cause we making too much money.
No, there's money in research. There's money in people.
That would mean everybody who would know have the tenacity to do some shit like that would be aligned with that agenda.
Do you believe there's a cure for cancer?
Yes.
But they say that there isn't a cure for cancer.
Right now, there are people who are being cured of cancer.
But the narrative is that there's no cure for cancer.
There is no what's the word? There's a word. There is a herbalistic cure, and then there is no cure. What's the
I believe.
what's the word? When you talk about chemotherapy? What's that word?
Medicine.
No, it's like we talking about holistic and all of these type of titles.
Western medicine.
What's the medicine? I believe that there is a chemical, westernized, developed something that cures cancer that they don't want nobody to know about. Why? Population control, cool. But also, you keep saying we need to find a cure for cancer. Guess who gets all the money? That's all I'm saying. I think they find things for people to believe in. People rally behind it. Money is made.
But it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
That's fair too. That's totally fair. It's just my beliefs. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. This is just what I believe. Just believe those pyramids. I think if they wanted to recreate the pyramids, they can. You can't sit here and tell me that you can't.
So why haven't they, Greg?
Because why would we tell people that we can easily replicate this phenomenon?
That would stop the research?
No one would give money toward research.
Actually, it would, because then we're now trying to recreate it and try to better understand the foundation of how it's built.
If we know how to do it perfectly, what are we researching?
Even if
why it was built and how it was built, and so we can create our own structures.
Why? So okay, if we can rebuild it, then we would know why it was built.
No, what? But that just literally. Never mind what she just said.
No,
so
I know.
I
said if we know how to do it perfectly, then we would know how it was built.
But that wouldn't stop the research. That
it would.
Why would it?
That would still be.
Why am I giving you money to research something that we can already do perfectly now? I don't care anymore.
Of course, because you would now want to advance it.
That means you're speaking for the entire. Every single person who will potentially
the investors who give the money for
that.
it?
Yeah, that would mean you're speaking for every single person who donates money for research toward that. You do realize that's what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm.
Okay,
like,
I'm glad you said that.
We have found a cure for leukemia. Why the fuck would I keep giving money toward leukemia?
Because there's so many other reasons why someone would say that there is a cure, another way for there to be a cure for the shit.
And that's the first way.
I don't care about another cure. If
that's
there
not
is
true.
No, it is true because he's speaking for every single person in the world.
They did it with the vaccination.
From a logical stance, it's like if we have solved world hunger, why would we continue to give money toward research to figure out why people are starving? We figured out world hunger. What's the point of giving more money toward it?
Because the idea that we figured out and we fixed it doesn't mean that it can't happen again.
That's a fair point. How is that not fair?
Greg, I think the logic behind what you're saying, I want to say, I guess I get it, but then it contradicts what you're saying when it talks about technology in general. Like, in order for technology to evolve or us to get to a different plateau of whatever we have to research and we have to keep going. So even if we find out, same thing like when it came to the vaccinations, they had these vaccinations, they gave it to us, but they've provided boosters now. They revamped it a few times. Probably in the next 3 years, they're going to revamp it again. And people are still putting money. Now there's a medication that you can take. And so there's always going to be money behind something, even if it's like, okay, we figured it out. But then there's going to be more things to figure out once you've narrowed down whatever the issue is, perfecting what the vaccination is. Everyone doesn't take to the vaccination the same, finding different variations of it. Do I need a 1 time? Is there a 2 times? So yes, you're going to still put money in it over time because you're realizing that this is something that's going to have to be evolved. Same thing with the pyramids. If they figured that out, then they can find building structures that can last over time. Like being able to advance those building structures. That's money that people would always put money in because they're developing buildings all the time. So you're not going to stop doing that.
We could agree, disagree. I just don't agree with that. I just think there's money in research.
So why do you think research will ever stop?
Just because it's like if on certain things, not with everything. Let
Okay, give me an example of what a certain thing
I
is.
think the pyramid is a good example. I think if they knew why the pyramids was built, how they were built, all of the schematics and everything that went into the build of the pyramids, why would we continue to research? Why would we continue to fund research of these monstrosities?
Great example, Greg. They did the same thing with a call.
With who?
They did the same thing with a call.
They didn't perfect the car though.
What? We've had so many different variations of cars.
Yeah, because no one would consider any of those cars perfect though.
There's nothing that's actually invented where somebody say, hey, that's it. This is the perfect version. It always keeps advancing.
You got it. Okay.
The first television.
It keeps evolving.
Okay, so
they can keep going all
when
day
does the
with it.
research stop? So when would the research stop? So once I found out,
with certain things, I think with the pyramid, I just think it's the.
but that's what I'm saying.
The pyramid is just an example.
Using the pyramid, right? We find out how to build it.
We know all the ins and outs of it.
Yes.
What do we need it for? What do we need to research more about?
Building structures. How do we implement that in our building structures?
We've got it. We understand how
We
it's built.
don't.
No,
If we
we
can't, if we haven't replicated a pyramid since, we haven't had a.
You're looking at it. You're looking at
You just said what I said.
You're looking at the building, like just
What?
saying this is how a pyramid looks. You could go to Great Adventure and find a pyramid. Disney World, I'm pretty sure.
My words
But the point of the pyramid.
My exact words was, if they figure out how to replicate the pyramid and learn how it was built, all the ins and outs, why it was here, who built it, the structure, all of that stuff, then what am I giving more money for research?
To use it.
No, now
To use it.
But now it's just time to just do it. I'm not researching. There's nothing to research. I'm saying in the capitalistic world that we live in, there is more money in saying we don't know something than we know it, and we just trying to advance it.
Greg, I think that you're missing the point of what you're saying, because the idea is just because we figured out the pyramid doesn't mean that we've perfected how we can put it in our modern day society. Pyramids obviously is in a place where there's desert, certain atmospheres, certain temperatures. It's a different dynamic. And so to find out how they're able to take that and put it in places like Jersey or places like California.
They haven't figured it out yet.
So that's what I'm trying to say to Greg. So even if they figured out the whole thing about the pyramid, doesn't mean that they figured out how to implement it in other societies. So it means there's still going to be research on it.
And my thing is, they haven't figured out any of that stuff. And because they haven't, there's a lot of money in the research. And once, let's just say for some random reason, they say, we got it, figured it all out, I don't think they will get any more money for research. Now the money will just go toward doing the thing that they want to do.
I think you've
I don't read enough books.
No, I'm not going to even say that. I just think that you undermine the idea that learning something so much about, like, hypothetically speaking, the pyramids, and I don't have that much information on it, so I do apologize. But even if I told you that I figured out, there could be things that I've learned by figuring out the pyramid that there could be other research on it. Yes, we figured out the pyramid, but there are things implemented in the pyramid that now I can have a whole different funding on that because of what I've learned within the structure of the pyramid.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
So that means that there's always going to be research. When there's something that's unknown, once you break it down, it can be broken up into so many different.
I said funding. I said the funding.
Same thing.
I think people are more likely to give to an unknown than a known.
People pay every year for an iPhone, Greg. Greg, half the time the iPhone don't even change.
To you. And to me. There are people. You can't sit here and tell me
Half
you're
the
on
time,
Twitter and there are mad people who go to these WWDC conferences and be like, oh my God.
All right.
They added a third camera.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. But you don't see how they still pay money for something that they know they've at this point the structure of Apple is a closed system. We know that. People still pay every year. So why don't
Pay for it?
and they're researching that people are going to still pay
Because
every year.
Apple has never said we created the perfect phone.
I think that's relative because in idea Apple is perfect. That's why it's made its sales. Like, and if you even think about the mindset of Apple and how it's been able to dominate the world, it's exclusivity and making it seem like it is the phone that you should have.
I mean,
They've just tried to make you believe that if you upgrade it, you're gonna be greater when it's just the same thing.
I think all technology has flaws.
All right, Greg. All I'm saying is
But-
research is always going to, once you see money in something, you're not going to stop putting money into it because it will develop into something else. Even if you think you've got the phone down pat, you're going to add a third camera and be like, look, it's new again. Same thing with a pyramid. Put a light bulb on it. Like, now we figured out how to put a light bulb on a pyramid, y'all.
Okay. Yo. New dialogue time. It is time for new dialogue. Yo. Hello, everybody. Thank you. If you have made it all the way to the 2 hour mark, who even knows this is going to be a 2 hour mark after editing, but you are here at the end of the show. We have some, which we call new dialogue. Sorry, y'all. Burping. And new dialogue is just time of show we have a little banter, quick banter about something that we saw this week or, that we found interesting and just want to bring to the group. Who would like to start us off?
I would. I saw a video of Timbaland, an interview of Timbaland. He was just telling about the origins of his producer journey, and I didn't finish getting through to it, but I actually know a couple people who were around Timbaland in the early stages of his career, and just to know everything that he's been through, like being mistreated and physically abused, mentally abused for hazing purposes and shit like that, and to know his journey, a part of his journey was opioid addiction and pride being before the fall. There was a time where Timbaland, I wouldn't say fell off, because Timbaland is just great, and everything that he has accomplished musically is unmatched. But to know that he still found a way, out of all of these years, Timbaland still found a way to make a way within this oversaturated community of producers, people, because how easy it is in 2022 for you to just pick up a demo of Fruity Loops and just start making beats, and now you can call yourself a producer, knowing that he came from the era where he was getting like 100K a beat, 500K a beat, and now one of the greatest producers of all time is literally doing free beats, pulling up in the studio or sending off free beats and getting money on the back end type of thing. It's commendable, because he had to humble himself. I remember looking at interviews of him bashing the new way production is Everybody using laptops and shit like that. Going from that to being more collaborative, and it reiterates, hey yo, if you a producer, you gotta collaborate. Timbaland himself, one of the greatest, not only hip hop, just one of the greatest producers of all time, producing in pop culture, just in general. He himself is saying like, yo, I had to take a step back and evaluate myself and implement some of these new ways of producing to my production style. And collaboration is definitely something we should be doing as producers in 2022. You never know what ideas you may come up with it just by simply collaborating with another producer. Somebody else has a strength that you don't possess. It would behoove you to humble yourself and collaborate with somebody else so y'all can make something dope.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work. That's something so old, classic, but it's definitely true. So shout out to Timbaland and that new producer grind video that I did not finish watching.
Fire bars.
Okay, great.
I don't know. Do you have one?
Not really. I'm like, I be thinking about like, did I watch any shows? I was like, no, I've been like just busy working. I've just been busy working. So like for me, all I'm thinking about is work.
Work. New dialogue.
Yeah, like what happened even like this week? Like I just feel like this week has been like a mush.
No, it hasn't been a mush.
For me, it has.
I mean, well, that's your sorry.
Yeah.
My new dialogue is just respect. Respect everyone.
Yeah, this is the second time you've done this. You know, the last one you said we don't respect each other,
So,
and now this one you're telling them to respect everyone.
still, just because you don't do it, don't mean you can't strive to do it.
RESPECT.
You should strive to respect everyone. That's my new dialogue. It's important. Makes the world go round. What the world needs now.
My new dialogue, everyone, is to
Get hoes and fuck bitches.
no. But if you want to do that, do that. You gotta do what's right for you. It might not be right for everybody else, but if it's right for you, then do it. As we embark on this whole conversation that you listened to today, it really is just about us and also understanding our journey and our purpose and what we're trying to do and be great at life. So I say that to you. Your challenge is do what makes you happy. You can't live for nobody else if you're not living for yourself. And what do they say when you're on an airplane? Please put a mask on yourself before helping others. You cannot help somebody if you ain't okay.
Yeah, that will never be me. No. I'll be lying when I sit in that seat. They'll be like, are you going to open the door and help people out? Yep, because I don't want to move from this one chair
But you
row.
want to do it? You know, I think you should just be honest about that, Greg.
Shice Bob City.
It's not safe.
So if you ever want to play with me, think twice.
You still have to get out, Greg, so you have to open the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna be thinking about me getting out. I don't care anybody else. I'm trying to live.
Okay. All
If
right.
you happen to live based on me trying to live, that's on you. Congratulations.
Right.
That's like a fucked up individual.
Greg, you gotta be in your truth. Walk in your truth, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, friends, family, loved ones, Greg, you want to let them know how they can find you and how they can find us?
I will, but first, we have some sad news. Our brother, Mr. Rent Money, has been a great addition to this pod for 93 episodes. But we are sad to say that this is going to be his last episode. We just had our last conspiracy theory.
That hit different when you hear it, right? Oh.
It's so hard. That makes like you dying. He not dying, y'all. He just going on to do
to Mr. Rent Money.
some bigger and better things. You are appreciated, bro.
Likewise.
We started this together. It's gonna continue. I promise y'all there will be a 94th episode. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, we started this together, bro. I appreciate your commitment, time that you poured into this, for sure. And yeah, you know, we bros forever. Like, that's not.
Of course.
We just don't work together no more. You're fired.
Can't fire me, quit.
Nah, you fired them before they could quit. They collect the unemployment over here, nigga. Yo, I'm that shice bob of a person.
I just want better for you, Greg.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, brother. We love you, man.
I love you too, man.
Yeah, Mr. Rent Money, you're definitely a staple on this podcast. I would not even imagine even thinking someone even trying to be able to fill in your shoes. We've had a really great time having our conversations, even back in the beginning when I was just starting and it was just me and you held me down and we was recording on the I think it was an iRig or something like that. We was recording on that, and you and Greg actually like really like believed in me like in this podcast journey like from the beginning, and I was really grateful when you guys asked me to come on to this show and allow me to kind of share with you my thoughts, my ideas, and finding ways to implement them and seeing how far we've been able to get here. So I'm really appreciative of just the time and trust that you put not only in the team but in me and being on this pod. So I definitely appreciate you for that. I think that most importantly, I think I'm always going to try to figure you out. I don't think I got there yet, but I do appreciate that you've allowed us to have disagreements and even sometimes argue to get a better understanding of who we are and what we want. And I appreciate that because some people will just shut down and walk away. But you have always, even if I don't agree, been able to say your piece and why you doing what you got to do. So I wish you the best. You always have a home here, and go be great.
Anything you want to say?
Hey, for anybody who may have grown fond to listening to me on the podcast, your listen, your time was and is appreciated. This is the end of a chapter and the beginning of another chapter at the very same time. For me, I'm sad and happy at the very same time. So I don't recall ever feeling like this. It's like a weird emotion, mixed emotions. I'd say that mixed emotions because something like what you just now said earlier, Gigi, about having to do what you believe is best for you in your journey, that shouldn't be compromised. That shouldn't be compromised at all. In the moment you feel like you're compromising, what you truly want to do, and I believe like that's a slippery slope. And it, like I said, it's like mixed emotions because I'm very, very sad and happy at the same time. Not happy that I won't be in front of you guys, because I definitely enjoy the camaraderie. I enjoy it. I've enjoyed it. There's been laughs, smiles, sad times, mad times, frustrated times, just like with any other friendship or relationship. Because contrary to what Greg said, I didn't look at this as business at all. But the reality is that that there is a aspect of business to it, but before the business, the camaraderie was to the forefront, and it is to the forefront to me, because it's not like it ends here. It's not like this is the last time I'll be hearing from you guys, and it's not like this is the last time y'all, the listeners, will be hearing from me. The podcast can still be found easily, just typing in my name, no matter what, no matter how you slice it. I'm gonna still be a part in some type of way. I'm still gonna be linked up, but just the official aspect, with my name being a part of the show. That's just really the only thing that's in it. And it's heart-wrenching, as I said before, but at the same time, I'm excited for what's new.
Word up, dog. Yeah.
Okay. Greg, you want to let them know how they can find you and how they can find us?
Yo, you can find me on the streets looking for prostitutes and hoes.
Wow, Greg. Wow. Damn, Greg, it can't be that hard, man.
Yo, hit me up on social media at Greg Nelson.
You nasty. You're a nasty man. He said the whole word and everything.
And JustAConvo _
And then sang hoes.
It's alright, Joe.
He held on to a note.
Yo, Queenie better protect you for our sex workers.
Greg.
I'm done.
Mr. Rent Money, you want to let them know how they can find you?
Y'all actually pulled up on one on Fairmont.
Wait a minute.
And did the that gift, that 50 Cent gift when he drove I did that. Yo! Just drove off. Drove off.
Yo, that respect, man. You gotta respect these people. They out here working for a living.
Yeah, so you got your phone in your hand, right? I know you do. Pick up your phone, go to the Google search engine and type in Mr.RENTMONEY, or if you want to, you could type in Mr. Rent Money and research me. Anything that I have got going on, it'll pop up, including the podcast. It's a really easy way to look for Just a Conversation with Greg, Mr. Rent Money, and Gigi. And you'll find it. You'll find the podcast. You'll find anything that I have got going on, as I said before. And I love you guys.
Sorry. Yeah.
Wow.
I had a moment.
Bro.
You can find me. Thank you, Mr. Rent Money. You can find
In the streets.
not your streets, Greg. I'm
Why
absolutely no,
You want to be in my streets?
no. I don't want to be in your
Prostitutes
streets.
and hoes?
No.
Pick the scale
With
up?
your lawn chair and prostitutes in the house. No.
I would never do a launch with a prostitute.
Hey. All right. Sorry, y'all. You can find me on Twitter at gcarly7, and that's GQARLY and the number 7. Friends, if you forgot today, if someone didn't tell you today, if you weren't reminded today, shit just got real and your day just got a little different today, I want you to remember, friend, that Greg, Mr. Rent Money, and Gigi want you to go be great. Gigi.